Hello and welcome. We're back again. Bundo's in the house.
Hello.
This week we're going to be talking about why electricians think they're better than everyone else on site.
Well, hang on. Well, I'll interject straight away. Think is the word that you didn't need to put in there.
WCED. They make all types of enclosures, all types of switchgear that goes in the enclosures, plastic, metal. They got the whole range. Go to wced.co.uk and have a look at their range. It is top quality stuff. It is not your usual Chinesium. It is really, really good stuff. wced.co.uk. Super solid. Super solid. Beautiful powder coating. And everything they do is just high quality. And they do all of the switchgear inside from AFDDs through to 4-pole main switches. Go and check them out. wced.co.uk. I want to let you into a little secret. I hate paperwork. And I've just started out by myself, so I need all the help I can get. I chose Payaca because they're a UK-based team. And they understand the UK construction industry. They make running your service business really simple. And for me, that's a no-brainer. They allow you to do interactive quotes. So you can preload your quote with different options. And your customer can spec it however they want. So you don't have to endlessly requote. And to me, that's a time saver. Also, they have a mobile app that allows you to invoice, quote, and see what you've got scheduled, upcoming jobs and stuff like that for not just you, but you and your team. You can connect it all to Sage, QuickBooks, whatever accounting software you're using, and then you're good to go. So head over to payaca.com and get your free trial. It's free. There's no strings, no credit card details, none of that. Go over to payaca.com and start your free trial now. Well, here's the thing, right? I was on site last week with a firm, and the contracts manager come round. Clearly not an electrician. Used to work as a wholesaler, and one of the first things he said to me is, "Joe, what?"
Oh no, sorry.
Joe, what he probably did. To be fair,
Yeah.
he said, "Electricians always think they're better than everyone else on site. They've got like this sense of superiority, or a sense of entitlement." And it really rubbed me up the wrong way, because after trying to get my NAPIR, get registered with other things and all these checker trade and stuff like that, and you have to jump through a load of hoops, you have to have all these different things, like 18th 2391 or 2394 2395, something like that, just to be able to sign off a EICR and stuff like that. I was just like, you haven't got a single clue how hard it is to become a electrician in terms of just being a registered electrician to do domestic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to just turn up on site, get your white ECS card, turn up on site. Oh, we've got a visitor. Hello, baby.
Oh, bless her. Sam's daughter's just walked in. I've just put mine to bed and just gone.
Right.
Daddy's
Well,
got to
Daddy
talk
just
to Sam on the
recording. You've got to go
computer.
to bed now.
Hi,
Okay.
Harper.
Say hello, Nick. She says,
Hiya.
right. I love you. See you later.
Oh, but yeah, no, it's funny, and I'll jump back to what we said about being domestic and having to tick all these boxes. I did that video recently with John at the unit, and I labeled it it's like, what did I put? Industrial works easy. Full well knowing it was just an absolute Mickey. Like, I was going to rub people. And it was just a funny mess around, because what we did was very simple in a clean, tidy environment with no one in there. And it was, to me, seemed a very obvious video and a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Did you get backlash?
Not to the few. Oh, wow. God. You want to try doing this in the fishmonger's warehouse, 75 million degrees. Listen, mate, just chill. And then I've had a guy the other day telling me this isn't proper industrial, and then went on this massive, paragraph was well long, saying this is, and by the way, you do like the sound of your own voice. And it was the last bit that got me. I was like, I like the sound of my own voice. Try having a YouTube channel and just don't speak then. Like, oh, that's going to work well, isn't it?
Do you know
But
what?
I don't like the sound of my own voice. I have a drony monotone voice, which I completely know. Do you know how I know? Because I have to edit all of my own videos. I can listen to myself all of the time. But I don't like the sound of my voice. But I have
It
to
is
speak.
funny though. It is funny because when you think about it, mate, it is like a sauna in here. I am burning. One of the things is, I always mock house bashing. Be like, it's the easiest thing in the world. It is if you do it all the time, but it's not if you don't do it all the time, and it's graft. And
Yeah,
this is the
there's
thing.
difference between house bashing between new builds or your rewiring of 1940s lived in house. That's a different kettle of fish.
It's a different
Same
kettle of
thing with
fish.
me. Industrial is what I did the other day, but then the hard industrial is a worked in factory that's been there for 35 years, covered in shit with people everywhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe, but then so what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks is an intake room, and what they've done is they pulled all the armoreds in 50, like 26 50 mil armoreds had been pulled in already, but they hadn't put any containment in for them.
I remember you saying
So
last week, yeah, it's to do
how
all
do you then move these armors? Like you've got to leave enough length on them, and then you've got to jack them all up, and then you've got to put the containment in, and you've got to pull them in one by one into the correct spot and gland them off. It took a whole procedure. It took a whole week to get them jacked up and put the containment in, so as you could then pull them in nicely and redress all the tray and stuff like that. There's so many factors that go into both sides, and so just getting back onto topic. This guy was going on about, electricians seem to think that they're better than the man digging the hole. We don't think we're better than the man digging the hole. We just know that we had to jump through a lot of hoops.
Sorry, I was we just are. That's where you were going with that. Sorry,
Listen, the man right. For those of you familiar with Andrew Tate, this is what he say: the man digging the hole is lazy, because the man digging the hole is either lazy, stupid, or arrogant. He didn't go to college because he thought he knew best. He didn't go to college because he's stupid, or he didn't go to. This isn't my fault. I'm just saying it.
I was going to say, careful.
but what I'm saying is, the reality is, we did go to college. We did do it, and it's took a lot. Like even the last couple of weeks, where I've been getting my 18th and stuff, it cost me £1,000 to get my 18th, and that. And
you have to pay for yours.
No, I didn't have to pay for it, but I still had to have a week off. So it's £1,000, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh yeah, a couple of days. Yeah. No, so I had to have a week off to do it, and then so there's that added to like every 3 years, which is fine if you've got a successful business. But if you're just trying to get into it, you're trying to swap over from being a big gold
ends meet. Yeah, it's a cost that you don't want to be having, really.
Well, it's just a startup cost that you didn't envision. You thought,
exactly.
right, well, I'll just be okay because I've got my gold card, so that covers me for everything. I'm basically top of the
tree. No, does it? No,
doesn't mean. Do you know what the gold card means in domestic?
Absolutely diddly squat. Absolutely. This is why I don't get it. You got harped on for the past 2 years with me about a gold card. You come to my sector, the hard sector, gold card, rip it up, put it in the bin. No good. Doesn't do anything.
It's so dumb. Anyway, this geezer was bleating on about how we know better than anyone else on site, and I do agree with him to a certain extent. Like from a humane point of view, like I'm not better than anyone. Like literally, I'm not better than anyone at anything. What I've done is I've just gone and got a little bit more qualified, so I'm better in terms of my qualifications and the job I'm doing. The job isn't even more important than digging the hole, because they need to dig the hole so we can put our cables to get the mains in. Do you know what I mean? It's all relative, but yeah, Sparks do have the right to be a little bit more. Here's the thing: I'm very proud of my qualifications. I'm very proud of the fact that I went and got it, and I went and become a professional electrician, and where I am today. And I think sometimes people confuse that proudness with being
arrogance. Yeah. I can see it from 2 points. I could happily walk on site in domestic situation with a room full of builders and just automatically have a stick up my arse. Not in the sense of, but I always use it as a funny stick, as in we'll poke fun, we'll have a laugh, we'll do this.
Yeah,
never walking around with.
I would turn up and be like, "It's okay.
Don't worry, we're here, guys. Yeah, I'll show you
The
how to
proper
turn the
traders
kettle on.
arrived.
Yeah. And I've always done it, use it as humour. Always have done.
Yeah,
And
of course.
it's only when you've got someone else on site that wants to have a pop, wants to have a moan, which is very rare in my situation. But then that's just, you just say whatever you want to say and just crack on with the job. You just turn the power off and go, oh, sorry,
Like,
can you not use your corded drills because the power's been turned off? Because I turned it off because I'm allowed to turn it off because I'm qualified to turn it off. You're not.
yeah.
Shut up. You want to take your attitude, take it outside, have 5 minutes, come back and apologize to me on your knees, and then I'll turn the power back on. That's how it normally goes.
You can write me a letter where you went wrong, and I'll accept that too.
Yes, fact. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think I can see some people and some sparks using it as an arrogance stick, definitely. Do we have the right to do it? Do whatever you want, as long as you're not offending people.
I don't even care about offending people. The fact is, right, as an electrician,
no, you don't. Site, that's very clear. Everyone listening to this very well knows you do not care about offending people.
Yeah, but like,
even me, the video I've just put out, guys, Sam just sent me a screenshot of the title text I used and went, don't use this. This is lame.
No, what did I say? I said something better than that, I think.
Oh, something like that. I didn't really read it. So a text from you. Oh, mate, did you see at the end of the video where I ignored your phone call?
I said it's really jank. No, I didn't see the end of the video because I was too busy trying to get my laptop sorted out.
Oh, you're in the video. So you're in the video. You're on my phone on the video, and I cut you off. Says, that's Sam. Just cut him off.
I wish you wouldn't do that because it's usually something quite important I'm ringing you for. But
I rang you back straight away. I was in the middle of filming
on how I'm going to change your life and stuff like that, and all the things I do to, progress your career.
Absolutely. I'd be no one without you, Sam. Nobody.
It's so nice to hear that because so many people owe their career to me.
I can imagine. What lucky people.
But getting back to the point, I do think so here's another thing, right? My brother
really
is a builder and a chippy, but a proper chippy, done a 4-year apprenticeship, proper chippy. He goes on to my builder.
So am I not a proper electrician because I never did a 4-year apprenticeship?
No, but what I'm saying is like he was a chippy first and then he's gone into being a builder.
Whatever, right? Carry on.
He don't even have to put one qualification up.
No.
Not one.
What is it? To screw wood together? It's not hard, is it?
No. But on like my builder, he doesn't have to do one thing, right? I have to put up all my qualifications, make sure my 18th is in date, and show that I'm registered with a CPS. Just to get on there.
I know, but this is the difference when we're playing between life and death, and you could easily kill someone to someone putting a door in.
No, yeah, but it's more than that. He's a builder, but he could put in the steels wrong.
He could put in the steels wrong, but what qualifications do you need to put steel in wrong? Because everything is then checked by what should be your building.
I don't. Listen, you're missing the point. The point is, if you're an electrician, you got to come with all your qualifications, all guns blazing.
Yeah, but we also need to prove why we can charge so much is because we have all these qualifications.
But can we charge that much more than any other trade?
Well, I hope so. Painters,
yeah. Like my thing about painters.
My dad was a painter, and he used to win a right wedge. And I used to say, "How did you manage that?" And he went, "Only work for old people." I'm joking. He never did that. Can't get him. He's gone.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm your new dad.
Oh, here we
go. Every time you walk right into it. But here's the thing: other trades aren't exactly the same as us now, really.
Well, it depends where you're working. You go on site, maybe, I don't know, but domestic wise, you really, your plumbers and your electricians that we're earning the most.
I bet you ain't.
Well, it depends though. If you look at a builder though, it's all relative, but the builder's there from day one till last day because he's built the thing and this, that, and the other. And he's only got us in per part. But if you were to have the same job, or we were on site the same amount of time, I would say electricians would be out on top, or plumbers or gas engineers, or whatever. That's the way it should be in my eyes. Because
top earning trades. This is how dumb we are. We've done no research. Top earning trades. Oh, here we go. Hold on.
It's good.
Fat beard.
Top
Right,
earning
hold
trade.
on.
Get off your phone.
No, I've had to fucking top earning trades. Wait a sec.
Right, here we go.
Electrician, plumber, bricklayer,
See?
then carpenter.
Right. I've got great. Well, this was pointless. Let's move off in this conversation because there's not much to talk about. My phone is giving me nothing.
No, see, wait a sec. Let me just check. Site manager, structural engineer, electrician, plasterer. Plasterer is fourth. That's not a bloody trade.
Do you know, I was thinking about this earlier. Neighbour come round because she wanted to use one of our washing machines, and because hers broke, and I could hear hers proper going. And I thought possibly one of the worst jobs was the guy who came round. It was a washing machine repairman. I couldn't think of anything I'd like to do less is to pull people's washing machines out that are plumbed in terribly and wired in
Do you know what?
badly.
It's a,
Oh,
yeah, but do you know what it is? Have you ever fixed a washing machine?
yeah, twice. First time I just kicked it really hard.
It's so easy. Literally.
No, I know, but just pulling it out is the pain in the ass.
No, but here's the thing. They charge like the same as any other
Us.
trade, like 40 quid now or whatever. Mate, they order a few bits off of eBay or wherever. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Boom. Gets it. Changes a belt or changes like I don't know, some sort of capacitor or something. Boom, you're sweet.
Flux capacitor. Yep.
It's
Yep.
that easy. Like, honestly.
Easy. Right, I want to talk on the subject of the video that's just gone out while I was on about earlier.
Oh, because, like, let's be fair. You're triggered by it. Go on.
I'm not triggered by it. Like, there's time. This is what we've had recently with a few videos. They've gone out, they've done all right, and after a good couple of hours, they've done really, really well. I copied Asheville. Like I said, I did do what I said I was going to do. Recorded a video every day. Tried to anyway. And if anyone's watched the video, you'll understand of me forgetting to film the last bit of the day on 2 of the days, especially, which was a bit of a difficult situation. Or saying, "Oh, I'll go home because this parcel's turning up. I'll open it tonight." The parcel hadn't turned up, which I'd paid extra money for it to turn up for a GoPro thing. Where is it actually? And yeah, I enjoyed the concept of it, but my God, is the editing. Because I spoke to Sam and I said, if I want to step up the game a little bit on YouTube, I've got to spend more time editing because I can pop out and edit on a 15-minute video in about 20, 30 minutes. Not hard. But if I want to make it a bit more enjoyable and hold people's retention a bit more, put some extra stuff in, I've got to put the time in. And this is probably taking me 2 and a bit hours to edit all these clips together and obviously bringing stuff out because there's some stuff in there that I couldn't have put in because it's not out on other videos yet, like the other van that I bought doing that up. I went around and showed it off in the video. I was like, well, I haven't even released the other one, so no one's going to watch that one. I was like, oh, and I spent 20 minutes editing the van bit and be like, oh, this is cool angle and this titles and this
But
whatever.
I've told you to drop the other videos and just do Bundy Weekly.
No, I can't. I can't for now. I enjoy the other stuff too much, but I'm getting there, and we will see if I record this week. If not, I'm going to do it every other week because I have that much stuff to do as it is. I'm struggling with time.
I'm making a terrible mistake doing it every other week. Just do it weekly. Stay the path.
Well, it's easy to say that if you had all the time in the world, if you saw all the things that I have to do every day or try to do.
But the other two, I'm telling you, you're going no further doing it the way you was doing it.
Nope. Anyway, guys, if you've watched it, let us know in the comments below if you enjoyed it in the format.
It's better. It's already better than Nick's boring video. Oh, look, here's me and Adam. We're going to put in another foosboard. They're dumb. They're so dumb and played out. It needs to be fresh and it needs to be new. And that is what you're bringing with these other videos. You can do the standalone videos for something that's important. Everything else, roll it into one weekly. My opinion is the only opinion.
Right. Well, everyone listening and watching, please let us know in the comment section below.
Also, let us know best trade.
Best trade. Well, everyone in here should be electricians. Should.
We've got some plumbers.
Have we?
Yeah, we've got some plumbers, but I don't know how hard. Hey, listen, I tell you what, I ended up going to the beach today.
Well, that was completely off subject.
It
Okay.
was. No, mate, I found this little beach, right? It is so, I can't believe it's 20 minutes away. It is fantastic. So yeah, I was in there today. There was a Japanese whaling ship pulled up offshore to shoot me because they thought I was
I would
Moby Dick.
honestly was wondering where you got. Really?
Pulled up offshore, trying to harpoon me from the beach, which was a bit of a ruin the day a little bit. But
Harpoons aren't deep enough, are they?
oh,
Sorry,
sorry.
it's nothing. I coughed. Yes, it was nice. The thing is, have you fixed your remote control car yet? Your petrol car, because that'd be wicked to take off the beach.
So one, it's not petrol, and two, I smashed
Oh, it's
it.
electric, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, what happened was I broke one of the hubs, and you can't buy the hubs anymore. So the next one I buy, I'm going to buy is called a Traxxas X Max, and they're about probably need to spend about 1,500 quid on one.
Christ. And if anyone is wondering what we're on about, this is what Sam first told me when I first started doing it with him, that he bought an electric RC car, pretty much, and
Yeah,
spent way too much on it and then crashed it and then never worked again.
yeah. So basically, I've got a few. I've got one under here now, but the thing is, they're crap, and I'm not very. I'm not. Do you know what? I just like watching the YouTube videos more than like playing with it.
Actually doing it.
I feel like a right wanker standing in a car park playing with a toy.
I could do it with my lads. Harper's probably a bit young for you, but I could do it with them again.
Oh, I
Oh,
went by myself.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I mean, if you took the kids, you could still get away with it. I feel exactly the same thing with like watching Forged in the Fire. I watch a few of the YouTube blacksmiths that do it. There's a guy called Alex Steele, a bit younger than us, English lad, and he's created a massive YouTube channel. Goes out to Montana. He's got his own workshop. I watch the stuff. I think, oh, that's so cool and interesting. I keep thinking, oh, should I buy one for the unit? Should I do this? But how much stuff and the power hammers and all this sort of stuff and the furnaces for them, a 20-minute video, they can make a few knives. But I know when you're just making, I don't know, Damascus bar, you have to put it in and out, in and out, in and out the furnace probably 40 times to heat it up, to stretch it out and everything.
So
I
this
was
is the
like,
thing.
nah.
This is the thing. All them Discovery programs are a problem for me, right?
Yeah.
And I know Forged in Fire is not Discovery; it's History Channel. But American Chopper, right? I used to love American Chopper. Them two arguing, but they had this process of building a bike. So they'd find a frame, they would strip everything down, they'd put an engine in, then they'd do the front end, then they would do this bit and that bit, and then they'd send it all off to powder coat, get it back, put it together, and off it goes. Wicked bike. Hour.
Yeah.
So I decided many moons ago, I really like motorbikes. I'm going to build my own motorbike. It took 2 years.
Yeah.
It
Fine.
took 2 years and twice as much money, and then I had to get a professional to finish it because I didn't know how to wire it. It was insane, and this is the thing with these like the other day, because obviously I've been watching Matt Armstrong. I sent you the video for
Yeah. The guy, he buys old broken cars and then
or new
doesn't.
broken cars. Like so,
Yeah, like Vanquish he had the other day, wasn't it?
yeah. Anyway, so he buys these crash damaged cars and then fixes them over like a course of I don't know 10 videos, and you think, well, this is easy. So I went straight out. I went straight onto eBay, and I'm looking for crash damaged cars now. No, I can afford anything, and I think, well, I've basically got 2 crash damaged cars outside that need work on them.
Yeah.
So the next day, I ordered a few parts, went outside to start. So well, he could do it. It's easy. Took my headlight out, took the lens out, cleaned it all up because it had a leak in it. Done all these bits and pieces. Nothing works properly. Nothing works properly. The trim fell back off because I couldn't get it to click back in. And all these things that you see on these, like, that you think only take like 20 minutes to do, they're taking them hours and hours, but they just click it all together.
I know it's the same thing with watching us lot do a fuse board. We can't really change a fuse board in 15 minutes, let's be honest, but on YouTube videos you can.
And it looks so easy.
And it's not, you sat there swearing in the background and cutting yourself and hitting yourself and you run out of red plugs and just, yeah.
And this is my problem with those shows. You get sucked in. I was looking at getting a forge. I watched all like the first 13 series or whatever.
Yeah, same.
And I was thinking, oh, do you know what? I could get a forge. What is that in my shoe? Oh, I think I've
That's
been
a
bit in my
sweet from earlier.
No, I think I've been bit in my shoe. That's really stinging. I was going to get forge, and I already have a belt sander
Yeah.
and stuff. I don't know why I've got a belt sander, but I've got a belt sander. So what I did is I watched a video where they took a brake disc, a motorbike brake disc, and made a knife out of it.
Yeah.
And actually,
Oh, so Sam's just standing up, ladies and gentlemen, out of his enormous chair. He grabbed something, which looks like,
you see that on the door,
yeah,
a lock on the door. That is my brake disc knife.
and it's a lock.
Well, it was so shit that I just used it as like a turny lock.
Oh, fair enough.
And it took ages. I couldn't get it thin enough. It's big, chunky. It's ridiculous.
It is. I did the same thing in the unit. I tried to make a copper dagger. I wanted to do a practice run before I did the video on it. And just trying to make a mold took me about 3 hours because I kept messing it up. And I was like, I got so annoyed. Yeah, I've shown you it. It's about that long. It's not bad.
Yeah.
And it would take about 6 years to sand it, to be honest. I was like, no.
No. But this is the thing. You got to have a proper belt sander.
Which I've got a belt sander,
But
but
not
it's
a
not a
proper
proper
one.
one.
Yeah. And then you need the different grit papers and all that sort of stuff. And the thing is, if you was like, I don't know, £20 million rich and you was a bit bored kicking around and you could kit out a room that was just for that, you could probably get into it. You've got nothing else to worry about. Yeah, I'm going to spend 10 hours in there today doing this. Do you know what I mean? You could probably do it and enjoy it. But the reality is, we haven't got £20 million in the bank.
Yeah, all the time with the
I
effort.
think you're going to do it over the course of 5 evenings and put like 2 hours an evening in. You just ain't. You just not.
I know. And this is the thing with the getting a forge and just using a hammer and an anvil itself is a couple £100 for a decent one.
Yeah, you buy a Chinese one, they break.
And I was looking at it going, can I be asked to hit something with a hammer over 1,000 times and then moan for the 4 days and my arm hurts? No.
No, it's not happening. It's not happening. You think it's a good idea, and it seems good.
It just looks really cool, and I'd love to be able to do that.
You know what's
in an hour?
Do you know what you can just do? You can buy a bit of billet that has been made.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah, but they've just started making make your own knife, but it's an already cut knife that comes with a piece of wood handle that you need to make the handle. You need to make the sharpen the knife, and like I was like, yeah, that's a good idea, but I want to make the bit where we melt
do
it.
The forging.
Yeah.
You want to do like a box. What do they call it? A box. What can I think of it? Damascus.
Damascus. Yeah.
And you get the powder, you put that in, and you put some ball bearings in, and all that, and then you cut it, and then you fold it,
twist it round as well, and just yeah.
But do you know what?
100%, I would burn my hand off. 100%.
At one point, you're going to grab it, and that's it. You're going to have
or drop it, or I hit it with a hammer, and it'll fly up and hit me in the face. 100%.
Something will break off and flick you in the face, and you'll just have like a permanent
lightning bolt scar. Sick.
Yeah. No, I'm completely out of those things now. Every time I start getting involved in something on the TV, Amanda will just be like, "We're not spending any money on this, Sam. You do it every time. You spent £300 on a remote control car that was so old you can't get bits for it anymore." No.
My problem is, and I think you're the same. If I ever start a hobby, I need I'm trying to think of an example. Like I want to buy the kit that helps me do the hobby better, but I end up buying the good kit instead of just getting all right. Like instead of getting a Slazenger or something, I need the Nike. Do you know what I mean? It's like I don't need it. It does the same thing, but I get I carried away with buying stuff.
See, I did that with the RC cars. I bought an RC car. It wasn't the best one, and I just bought it. And then I couldn't get parts for it, so I threw that one, stripped out all the bits, and then I bought another one that was cheap.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to get a new motor, a new ESC, better
you
batteries.
Might as well just bought a new one then.
Yeah, so I spent another £100 on upgrading the parts.
Yeah.
It's still shit.
Yeah,
It's just got a bolt. But then, if you go and buy the Traxxas X-Max, which is like about that big, monster truck type thing, the best one you can buy, you still have to upgrade all the electrics. and you still have to do some upgrades around it. So I've got to go to Amanda. Right, I'm buying a RC car. It's £1,200 new. Right. She goes, all right, sweet. Finally, I talk her around. She goes, sweet. But I also need another 500 quid to make it proper.
Worth the mods.
Never gonna buy. She's never gonna be like, yeah, all right then.
I know.
It's not a thing.
And this is the way I can sort of, I don't say get around, but like all the stuff with YouTube or anything I want to buy and do a video on, like I don't ask without permission. Like I don't. She trusts what I'm buying and whatever, vice versa. I can see what she buys on Amazon, lots, but all my stuff is to do with YouTube and videos, and it's great because I want a new camera. I'll just buy a new camera, or like this is what I bought the other day for the GoPro. So it's a new tripod. It's a power bank, and you can control the GoPro or buy all the buttons.
Oh, okay, like a gimbal.
Proper GoPro one that like it's meant for it. Because I bought a cheap version ages ago and it just didn't work. And that was like 120 quid. Did I need it? Absolutely not. Am I getting fed up of changing GoPro batteries every 4 seconds? Yes. Would it improve my day? Yes. Is it something I could waste money on? Yes.
Yeah. See, I have to ask Amanda's permission because I am basically an idiot with money. So I see something, I need it immediately, and I don't really think about consequences. I'll just buy it and be like, I needed it, babe. I need it.
I've always been the same way. Is so trying to buy this other van. I'm not going to tell everyone it's for yet because it's still videos to come on. I was looking. This popped up. Right, very close, right price. I'm going to go and see it. Bought it straight away. Literally a week later, a bigger the square transits, the same as mine, but the old side. That come on, same price, same location, everything. I was like, I wanted that one. Why don't I just wait a week? So then I was saying to myself, if this goes well, and I've got room for 2 vans in there and one. She's like, no, let's just see how this one goes first. It's like, yeah, okay. But then all of a sudden, nothing appears, and all of a sudden, loads of things that you need appear. Like I've always rushed into buying things instead of just sat waiting for a little bit because I always worry that I'm going to lose out. Do you know what I mean?
I've tried to buy a jet ski when we had money. I kept trying to buy a jet ski all the time.
Adam's got one.
Is it good?
Yeah. Well, it's an old one, but they've redone it because Dad's a mechanic. Stripped it apart the other day, redid all the stuff, and it had like 20-year-old petrol in it. And it literally was just like slime, like glooped out. And I say 20 years, probably about 5 years old last time they used it. Because I remember them having it when I was a kid. It's a really old one, but it's been done up. He's looked after it. It's wicked. I hate jet skis. I hate water. That's my only fear. It's like deep water. It's the only thing I'm ever scared of. And she was like, "Do you want to go?" No.
It is a bit dodgy. Like you're like, what is under there?
This is it. If I can't see the bottom, I ain't going in, guys. Oh no, Nick, your kid's drowning. Where? Out there.
Can't see. Over there, did you say?
Oh no. Safe, where are you? Kids in the water. Yeah, no, I would jump in, but I wouldn't be happy about it, let's put it that way.
I know exactly what you mean. It's like very cold and like eerie when there's nothing.
Terrifying.
Yeah, it is because
that's how I snapped my right foot years ago. So imagine that's my right foot. I snapped is it metatarpals? There. I snapped every single one. So years and years ago, I was in the Isle of Wight, and this is when I just left school with my ex's family. And do you remember tombstoning was when you used to jump off piers?
Yeah.
Me and the 2 younger brothers were like, yeah, let's do it. Just before I was about to jump in because I was going to dive, she went, just jump in first, just in case. I was like, all right then. Jumped in, and this pier was high. It was like jumping out of my bedroom, my office window here, first story up. And it looked really deep, and it was a good drop. It was about 1.5 foot of water because it was black seaweed. And my entire body landed on my foot and snapped my foot in half. But I didn't feel it to start with. So I then stood up. And as I stepped forward going, oh, that hurt. What I did, I felt my ankle bend. Then I felt the middle of my foot crunch. And then my toes bent. And I fell over. I was like, oh, God, that hurt. Because I was winded at the center. I was more worried about being winded because it knocked the hell out of me. And I got pulled out of the pier by a few people because I physically couldn't climb up the ladder. And you should have seen the size of my foot. When I got out, it was that swollen, but you could see knuckles on the top of my foot where each bone had broken.
Oh.
And that was horrific. And that was from jumping in the sea. on top of black seaweed. So
Yeah, and
if you're ever
so,
going to do it, guys, get in first and double check, because it was
or
just the
just don't do
worst.
it. Like, there's a stage in your life where you just don't do stuff.
I wouldn't do it now. No, I would
No
absolutely
chance.
die. Absolutely die. Just the free fall, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, my body would give up.
Rabbit. You don't
Yeah,
scare a
I
rabbit
just
too much; they just
ragdoll
go over.
into the water. No, but if my kids were, oh, should we jump in the water?
So I was talking to my mate Andy the other day, and I was talking about going getting a jet ski because he's got like an all singing, all dancing one because he's like been down it his whole life. So you know, yokels always have the gear.
Surprised you've not got a bodyboard or not a bodyboard. What do they call them?
Paddleboard.
Yeah.
It's funny. When I first moved down, I really wanted to get one, but the beach where we live, I don't like the water. It's amazing. Like when the tide's in, is one of the most.
You don't like the water.
I don't like the look of the
Oh,
water.
okay. Yeah.
I'm really funny about seawater. Like I can't tell you why. I don't know why.
Too salty.
No. It makes me feel a bit sick just thinking about the water down at Minnis Bay.
What,
It's
with
just
all the sewerage poured into it?
no. It's just like it's just not blue.
No sea is blue around England. It's all black.
Listen, I beg to differ. I've got the photos today. The sea was like blue and clear and crisp, and I was like, "That is nice." So I had a little paddle in there. I was like, "This is
Did
all
you have
right."
a paddle?
I did.
I can imagine you just on your belly in the shallow end, be kicking your feet with your white top on.
Japanese harpooners over there going, "Oh."
Careful. Jordan got done for that. Do you remember? Did you remember we did a video on that ages ago? You got a call out for a Chinese takeaway. He did the impression of the old lady who rang him. I was like, what have you done? Said, you can't say things like that anymore.
Well, anyway, I went for a little paddle, and then I was like, and there's a couple of like, because it's not very like, there's no swell down here, so you're not surfing down here. There's a lot of wind surfing because it's quite a calm sea. There's a lot of like, what do they call it? Foiling now. That's a new thing.
A what?
Foiling. So
What's
they've got like a kite board, but it's got like a spine, and then it's got like a wing.
Oh, is this when you jump up and down?
No, you can do that,
Yeah.
but you could have this sort of like it's like an inflatable sail,
Right.
and you can do that, and then the wind picks you up, and then the board comes out of the water if you're going fast enough, and then you're sort of foiling.
Oh, right. I've seen this. Is it the skim boards as well? They look pretty cool, but you got to be good at them.
When they skim along?
They throw it, they jump on it, and then they can get out to a wave. But you can only like do it the one time. They look really cool.
They look really cool.
But then when you miss the first time, you
just
just
doing it
straight on the floor on your face.
It's not for me.
No, because you have to run.
And listen, I can run, but stopping might be an issue. Like,
If
I'll jump on the ball, but
maybe.
Listen, I'll jump on the ball, but the inertia of my body will just carry on. Like there's no stopping it.
Or there'll be a tidal wave over that way when you get. Sorry, everyone. That was rude.
Why have you
nasty comment?
My fatness, man. But anyway.
Never mind. Sorry, Sam.
But yeah, so jet skis. I'm always trying to buy a jet ski when I've got.
If anyone's got a jet ski for sale at a reasonable cost or wants to donate it to Fat Sam, comment
It would
below.
only be a donation. I couldn't be more skint at the moment, so
No. Sam could give you a
shitty remote control car.
No, I was about to say a bike disc knife door hinge lock.
Could do.
Yeah, and he'll sign it as well.
Yeah, sign it, Fat Sam.
Fat Sam. Yeah.
But I feel like we've talked enough.
Sorry, guys, we don't have any electrical content anymore. This is it. This is
but hold on now.
Hold on.
Who has got electrical content at the moment? What's
Me?
popping?
Oh.
No, not really. Like, what's popping at the moment? Nothing. There's nothing super interesting to talk about, is there?
Nothing major has happened. I mean, we could just start slagging people off, but that's not going to get down.
But who? Who's left?
Who isn't? Whoa, I've not started. Who have I ever slagged off? No, this could be our new thing, a new segment. Bundy slags off everyone. But I won't, so it's fine.
No, you won't. You're too shook.
Prim and proper.
But there's not really much going on in the trade at the moment. There's no like
No.
hype. There's no battles going on. There's no like anything special, any news, any new tools. There's like, I mean, what is going on at the moment? What is
Oh, I've got a
interesting?
little. It's not electrical related. Sorry, guys. You know, I do a lot of stuff with Bosch. They just
Oh.
rang me the other day, and they are the sponsors of the Red Bull soapbox races. And I've got VIP tickets. I'm going down in July to
Why
watch
don't
it
we
with
go
the.
and do it?
Well, I said to them that would be the best video idea ever if you can get me, Phil, Jimmy, and Ken, the four of us that do it, to use Bosch Power Tools, go to my unit or Jimmy's unit, film us physically making it with all our different trades combined, and then I wouldn't race it. Death be upon me instantly if I went to drive that. But Jimmy, because he's little, I'll push him. But like a video for Bosch on that, making one and performing in it on telly as well, when we could all do our own promotional thing, I think that would be amazing. But that could be a
Listen.
thing for next year.
Well, I don't know why we don't do it.
Because the waiting list to get part of the soapbox races and the cost as well is phenomenal.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
How much is a soapbox race?
I don't know off the top of my head. Go on, Google it on your phone so the Zoom crashes again. That'd be funny.
You're an idiot. Listen, there is no no me and Nick next week. I've got a special podcast coming next week. It's a in studio podcast that Nick's not a part of.
How? This is the first I've heard of it. Who is it?
Well, you have to wait and see next week.
Oh, well, I won't listen to it then. I won't reshare it either. Right. See you next one, guys.
Monday Club, we're out.
Bye.